What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com, baby babies. All right, so happy Monday. You know, I want to say that first and foremost. Happy Monday to everybody. Most of the kiddies are back to school today. The babies is back. They're back to school. They're back to it. They're back to it. So let's just talk about this because it's been blowing up my timeline all weekend. Apparently, there are people that are going to protest the first NFL game at every major stadium. Okay. In support of Colin Kaepernick and his stance against injustice. And I get it. I get it to an extent. I see the importance of doing something, but I just don't think that this is the right something that we need to be doing. I don't see how this is going to impact anything. And I got into a lukewarm debate with somebody on a Facebook group that I'm in, and they were like, well, you just don't understand. This is about awareness of the discrimination of people of color. I was like, okay, but that's not new. You know, it'd be different if you were bringing up a brand new issue that things are, and even if it was brand new, this peaceful protest is not going to make an impact on an entire season. Doing this one little, unless this is going to feed into a bigger event, into a convention, into a stance or something, having this one peaceful protest is not going to make a difference. And that was my point in the matter of it. And they did not agree with me, and they said that I was wrong, and blase, blase. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'm not the type of person to argue back and forth, especially when I believe what I believe, and you believe what you believe. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to back and forth with you. That's just not who I am as a person. That's not what I'm about. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to let you be what it is. So they got a little bit snooty and was like, well, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. I was like, well, you know what? We do not understand each other's perspective. I don't understand where you're coming from, and you really don't get where I am. So let's just agree to disagree. And then they were like, oh, well, I'm glad that you're just so adult about it. Yeah, because you weren't. One of us had to step up and be the damn adult. Are you crazy? Are you insane in the membrane? So it's unfortunate what's happened to Colin Kaepernick. I don't believe he's going to get a team. The Dolphins actually pulled a retiree for their team. Doggone it. They said they would rather pull someone out of retirement than to take him off. From my stance, he's been a bench warmer for the last season or so. He lost his starting position. He hasn't been really playing. So it's kind of like, okay, well, he's there, but what is he adding to the team? When your own team doesn't even sign you back, that's got to be a slap in the face. Got to. But what do I know? They say that I'm crazy, that I'm mean, I'm this, I'm that. So I'll just stay crazy and mean and this and that. We'll just call it a doggone day. But the protest, I don't see it making an impact. They may get some people that actually participate in it, these different stadiums around the U.S., and they may make some noise. But ultimately, a week after, who's going to remember about it? A week after, what difference did it make? And I would say it's really not going to make much of none. Unless this is like the first step in many steps in that direction, something that's going to funnel into something bigger, I don't see the point of it. And that was my stance on it. And I stand by that. I respect Colin Kaepernick's opinion to protest and to stand against the things that he is standing against. He has every single right in the world to stand how he does. I do not take that away from him. However, be it that I am, not even necessarily technically, but I'm sort of a veteran as far as my, not officially on paper, but unofficially, being that they held me into my contract for 18 months. I got to be around a whole bunch of people, and people that love this country, and people that sacrifice time with their family and their loved ones and where they live, and I just cannot dishonor those sacrifices. And that's just where I am in life. Not everyone is going to be there. Not everyone is going to understand. And that's okay. But me personally, I can't necessarily say that I agree with them. And we're in a position to agree to disagree. You know, it doesn't have to be ugly. It doesn't have to be disrespectful. It's just, okay, well, we just have two completely different mindsets. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that people get it twisted when they want to get all up in arms about stuff and say crazy things and, oh, well, you know, you're this and you're that. And then you lose sight on the whole issue at hand is how you feel, your opinion about what the issue is. And that's just where I stand. That's where I'm at in life. And some people will agree, some people won't agree. It is what it is. It is what it is. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's it. So that was some heavy stuff that has been all over my timeline. It's just been a whole bunch of controversy for black males in the last 2 weeks. It's been just so much. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. But yeah, that's all I'm going to touch on with that. I told y'all I don't do the gossip stuff. I don't like to cover gossipy stuff. Now, the Colin Kaepernick thing, that's not necessarily gossipy. That is more world news. That's a topic that's going on. But everything else, and y'all know, y'all are fully aware on social media, the memes that are floating around and things that are going around, it's just getting crazy. And I hate covering that stuff because I just feel like it's a distraction. It's a distraction from what is really real. So that's pretty much the story with that. But I love you guys to pieces. Keep doing what you do. Anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. It's so much better, baby. So much better. But I love y'all to pieces. Holla at you later.